Yeah! Coming at you! Yeah! Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Last Week, This Week, with your boy, Clayton Hill. Follow me on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcasts, wherever you watch, wherever you listen. You can find me at Last Week, This Week podcast. Find me, listen to me, click on me. You're already listening. You're already actioning, right? Call to action. You're already listening. You're already actioning. Do one more. Just one more action. What's one action on top of another action? And that other action is to click, like, comment, subscribe. All the alerts. You can do all of that in less time that it takes you to actually listen. So the actions I'm asking you to do are less than the actions that you're already doing. Well, that's a sales pitch, man. What do we got coming up? We got balls flying everywhere today. Balls flying everywhere, and the little bro is coming in town to check them out. That's right. Little brother came into town this past week. We had a heck of a time, man. It's always good when you can get together with family, especially when you're so far away. He came over from Missouri, which is not next to California. I know geography wasn't my strong suit, and probably not a strong suit of many others. So, little geography lesson. Missouri is not located next to California. It's actually in the middle, a little east, but they call it the Midwest. It's by like Kentucky and Tennessee, Iowa, Colorado. Nobody really knows where those are either, so, it's just in the middle. It's in the middle, east, but not like North Carolina. Take a dart throw, you'll probably hit it, probably not. But he flew all the way over from Missouri, St. Louis, came into town. When we picked him up, it was a beautiful little day, so we decided to hit some golf balls. Balls number one. We went out there to Top Golf, and we played some Angry Birds out at Top Golf. If you remember Angry Birds, the little chickadees, you have to take the little birds and pull them back in your slingshot that you made in third grade, and then you try to hit castles. You try to hit the castles and knock the castles down and destroy the evil empire of the evil green little piggies. And if you were lucky, you'd find a box of TNT, some highly explosives down there, and just slingshot one of those ravens on over to a box of dynamite and destroy all of the green little piggies. They kind of remind me of, I don't know why, the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz. There's really zero relation of a green piggy to a flying monkey, but just the evilness, and kind of weird. I've never seen a green piggy, nor have I seen a flying monkey. So there's a similarity in that. But if I did see a green piggy, I would grab my handy-dandy slingshot and destroy a bitch. So that's what we were trying to do on the golf course. It's got a little different games you can play, one of those Angry Birds. And out there on the range, you've got like different color of flags or zones that you want to hit. There's like netting. They track the ball on where it goes. If you hit it in one of those nettings or zones, depending on what game you're playing, you get points. It's more of like an arcade of golf rather than an actual game or just a driving range. They add a little fun to it. I didn't hit a lot of piggies. I think the evil empire won that day, but my brother hit plenty of them. I was more in the hit it anywhere and hope that you get points kind of category, like the long shot. I like the long, because there's another one, it's like farthest drive that you can do, or you can do an accuracy and just focus on like one of those zones. That was more, give me the pin and then like 100-yard radius around it, and I can probably get a point or two. So that was the first thing we did, man. We had a blast. Started off getting out in the sun, hanging out, swinging sticks, smacking balls, slinging birds, man. How can you not have a good time? And then we had to make our way on over because we had some evening activities that we had to tend to. So we made it on over back to my place. We get in, we get settled. About 2 hours of Topgolf. Get in, get settled. And then it's time to go, man. The main event is coming down. We got to go to the Cardinals versus the Dodgers. Cardinals are of St. Louis. Dodgers are of Los Angeles. Most people know the Dodgers and where they're at, but the Cardinals came into town to play the Dodgers, so we got a chance to get out to the stadium and see our boys play the local boys, right? Not that far from me. Stadium's not that far. So I'm like, let's get settled, grab whatever we, change, get what we need to for the game. And then we're scooting and rooting, baby. We're scooting and rooting. We got a Lime scooter. And we're just bring, 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 all the way, man. We were so pumped by any car. Bring, 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 bring. Dude, I never hear those in my car. Those little bells are worthless. They're only good for not hitting pedestrians on the sidewalk in which you shouldn't be driving on anyway, which we didn't. We were actually on the street like you're supposed to be. It's a pet peeve, trying to walk the dog, and all of a sudden scooters just start flying by on the sidewalk. Nope, you belong in the bike lane. Get over there. See, I'm just the old man. Get out of here, you rascals. Quit scooting on my sidewalk. Ah! So we were scooting and rooting, man. Go Birds! Bring, 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 bring. All the way through Dodger Town and Echo Park, close by. We hit up we hit up the Gold Room. Never been. It's like a little dark hallway of a bar. Good start. Made our way on over to the Douglas, named after the cross section that it is on. Douglas. Maybe we didn't go there. Oh man, was that the last one before we even got in? Might have been one of the last ones. Hit shortstop for sure. I think that was the second one. That was cool. I like that. I think that is usually the spot to go to pregame for a Dodger game. A couple of pool tables, good beer, small little bar, but like big space around it. So plenty of room for activities. Played some pool. Got a couple drinks in. Met up with a couple other buddies. One of my buddies had a buddy in town. So just buddies hanging out with buddies, man, watching some baseball. How can you hate that? How can you have a bad time when you got buddies with other buddies and we're watching baseball? It's just set up for a great day. And so we went up to just this huge hill, by the way. We weren't going to pay for an Uber because we were pretty much already at the stadium. It'd be kind of ridiculous to pay for an Uber just to go up this hill. But I kind of wish we did. I didn't realize that like a quarter of the way through that I would not be feeling it anymore. I knew that it was a challenge. And I'm old. Scoot me there. Give me an Uber. I'll hike. I will hike. I'll do physical activity. But if it's just like walking, I don't know why I get so lazy about it. I'm all in or I'm all out. And that one I'm all out on. Hiked up this huge hill and then proceeded to get in line. Try to pull up my tickets. I'm having a little trouble. I haven't been to the Dodger game. I've never used this ballpark app. We get one. Cool. We get two. Guy goes, how many are with you? I go, I got 4. He goes, you're good. Just come on in. All right. I mean, mixed feelings because I paid for 4 tickets, but apparently you only need half the tickets of the people that are going. If I had 3 people, I would only pay for 1.5 tickets because apparently Rick doesn't really give a shit. And he's only going to scan half of them anyway. So we thought about like turning around and like flipping them, like reselling them right then and there and trying to do it. But I was like, I don't want other people to come in and then us not have a seat, blah, 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 blah. It was a bobblehead day. It was also a bobblehead day. Now I usually like to get there early and I like to get the trinkets. I like to get the free things. I'm a sucker for a bargain. But that day I just wanted to like hang out with my friends, hang out with my brother, have a good time. I wasn't as concerned about getting in there. We show up like 30 minutes before first pitch, piles of bobbleheads, man. I know the California way is like slow and easy, and we'll get there when we get there. No worries, man. But dude, if I actually cared about it, like if it was back home and it was like a Yadier Molina, or if it was an Albert Pujols or an Adam Wainwright, I know it wasn't any of that, Arenado, Goldschmidt. I mean, there's plenty of people that, like, I would show up early and make sure that I got that item for free. I've got a ring. I've got about 3 or 4 bobbleheads. I've got a jersey, all from the Cardinals, because I like a bargain, man. If I paid for the ticket and the ticket comes with a free item, that item is part of that ticket price. I paid for that item. I'm getting there early. Didn't have to, though. Didn't have to on this one. We were good to go, man. Walk in, whoo, grab a bobblehead. Can't believe it. We all got one. Sweet. Try to find the seats. That's number 1. Gorgeous seats. Gorgeous seats behind visiting dugout, which is, I did that intentionally. In the loge area, quote unquote. I thought that might be a premium area and we might get some perks out of that. I don't think we did. And if we did get perks, we didn't see or use them. But it was like the middle section. Good spot. Got to see all the players and everything we could watch. I mean, you could see without binoculars. That's a great spot for me. Got our seats, found them, but man, there is some garlic in the air from somewhere. And we need to fill our bellies quick with something other than McUltras. So we are sniffing out this garlic, man. But I know, see, there's something. I was like, dude, there is something here. There's supposed to be like really good food. There's like this. It's not even. It's like a Mexican hot dog thing that they had going on. I was reading about it online. I'm like, I can't settle for these garlic fries. Thank goodness my brother got some, and then I got to finish them off. So I had to go find the other thing. Get in a line that's like the longest line in the stadium because it says that it's at this spot. Make my way all the way to the front. Nope. I'm in the wrong spot. I did not go where I needed to go. And now I'm settling for like pulled pork nachos. I'm not mad about it, dude. I can do pulled pork nachos any day of the week. I think I actually had nachos the day before. Loading up on nachos, baby. That's a solid diet right there, man. So anyway, we grab some food. We got our seats, right? We're sitting there, and there's everybody around. And then, we were looking for home run number 701 from Albert Pujols. And the day before, he hit number 699 and 700 in Dodger Stadium, which is like one of the largest career home run gatherings that there is, numbers that there is. He's up there. I don't know what it is, but it's up there. It's like top 4, something like that. So we were hoping for 701. We didn't get it, but we did get to see Clayton Kershaw pitch. And that was pretty cool because those are 2 great talents in the game of baseball, and we got to watch them go at it. And that was pretty awesome. So as the day goes on, the night goes on, it's like 6-2, stayed that way for a while. People kind of start clearing out and getting out early. Except for like the 2 groups that you would think. In front of us, there's like 2 families. And each family has 2 kids. Both of them were little girls. And so we've got, as soon as I sit down, I'm like, oh man, I'm going to have to watch myself. I know that my mouth is a little loose. I might say inappropriate things sometimes. If you've been listening, you know that I don't have the cleanest of languages. Kind of got a sailor mouth. Gonna have to be careful. Already in my mind, not a problem at all. But we go through, everybody starts clearing, and then these families stay. And so when these families stay and everyone clears out around us, the 2 kids start checking us out and seeing what we got going on. What do I got going on? I've got the helmet bowl of pulled pork nachos no fork or really anything. We're getting down to the bottom. It's getting sloppy. So I've switched back and forth between my hands. So both of my hands are covered in nacho cheese and barbecue sauce and whatever else is on this thing. And so is my face. Like, I know this and I don't care because it's like, it's nachos. I'm at a ball game, like, whatever. You know, I'm not at some fancy dinner trying to impress anybody. I'm trying to watch baseball and get some nachos on my face. But I'm looking like a sloppy mess. And I'm like, they keep turning around. They keep messing with us and, like, talking to us and stuff like that, which is all fine. But the parents didn't even care. They didn't even, like, check. They were letting their kids with like these we met up with some other people. There's like 6 people with us, and we're all having a great time. Younger, half adult people, you know, and I think they were just happy that somebody else was watching their kids for a second because they looked completely content with them climbing over the seats, coming to hang out with us, taking pictures, all kinds of stuff. All in good fun. Just, you know, I don't know, man. I probably would have been like, hey, rein it in a little bit. Don't sit on the guy with nachos all over his lap that looks like he's been out all day. Whatever, man. It was a good time. It was a good time. You know, and so we got to, that was something we've always gone to a football game or we've gone to a baseball game or something. Usually me and my younger brother, we're kind of into sports a little bit. And so we try to hit one of those up, and we just had a beautiful day out there at Dodger Stadium, man. Gorgeous weather, great friends, good food, good times. It's just a full heart at that point. And he came in for a quick one, came in on Saturday, out on like Sunday night. But we haven't been able to go to a Chiefs game. They weren't playing here, but we could go watch the Chiefs together. So we headed down to my bar, Barney's Beanery, man. Headed on over to Burbank, California, Barney's Beanery. Do you like sports? Do you like big screens? Do you like mediocre food that's served all day? Do you like hot women that aren't here? Come on down to Barney's. That's where we went, man. So we went to Barney's, got set up early, like first one's in, got one of the best seats in the house, got the audio on for the game. Shout out to the managers for making that happen. Enjoyed that with like it was kind of our recovery and just hanging out and seeing what was up. And then, eventually he had to go home. But it was a great weekend. Shout out to my bro. You know, it's difficult being that far away. You know, I kind of come from, I don't kind of come from a split family. I mean, I feel like it's either split or it's not. There might be some ambiguous situations in there somewhere, sure. And like, just in general, not necessarily in the one that I'm in. It's very split. So I've always kind of like been back and forth, and he's from a split family too. And so he was back and forth. So we've always kind of done this, but we've always stayed pretty close. And I think it might be easier for us to be away from our family sometimes because we were always kind of jumping around. But I just got to give a shout out to the fam. You got to love some fam love, and so supported and so grateful for it. So shout out Mom, shout out Dad, shout out Tammy and Gary and Ryan. You know, those are like that's my core crew. So shout out to the fam, man, and getting some fam love and just having some good time, some good baseball, even though we lost. It's whatever. It was a great game. Got a bobblehead, got some nachos, got some souvenir. If I slide over, you might even be able to see it on, there's a little blue Dodger hat. That was the garlic fries one. You can't see it, but up there, that's where the notch is at. So now I have more Dodger pieces. What do you call them? Merchandise. Than I do Cardinal merchandise in my apartment. I have to change that soon. So, Mom, since I gave you a shout out, could you please send my bobbleheads from back home, put them in a box, and send them to me for Christmas? I love you. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, that's it. That's going to do it. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope you were able to get out there and enjoy some of this nice weather before winter comes through. And hey, man, be a hippie and hug your fam. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on the YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, wherever you watch, wherever you listen, you can find me, your boy, Clayton Hill, on Last Week This Week. See you next time, guys.